Paul often uses this imagery of clothing yourselves. In Colossians, Paul says, clothe yourselves in love. And in Ephesians, Paul talks about putting on the armor of Christ. The idea of what we wear and what we put on changing us or affecting us is not new. And Paul uses it frequently to help remind us of what we should look like on the outside, because it will affect us on the inside. There's this sense of fake it till you make it, or dress for the job you want, not the job you have, right? So when I think about Lent, or when I think about all of this series and what it means to think of fabric and how it relates to us, I've been thinking about the different ways we can dress ourselves in Christ or in love. At the beginning of Lent, we're asked to think about ashes. There's this tradition that we hearken to of putting yourself in sackcloth. The idea is, of course, that by naming our own humility, by putting on sackcloth, we can become something different. We can remember something about ourselves that is important. As we travel through Lent, we will be encouraging you to think about fabric and the many different themes it has. And a part of that, not all of that, but a part of that will be to say, what would it look like for you to put on different kinds of fabric in your life? In the next few days, as a very start of Lent, we're saying, what would it look like to put on sackcloth? To name the places in our life where we're threadbare, where we're at our worst, and to allow that on the outside to remind us of who we are on the inside, not the creators, but the created ones, the creations of God. So this week, as we enter into this full season, and then in the weeks to come, let's imagine what it will be like to put on different clothes and let that outside affect our inside, and let it change us from the outside in so that we can approach the cross with humility.